Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alex and today I am going to be talking about what Columbus needs to do this offseason to become a contender. That means what they should bring in, trade out, and what they should do to be a contender for the Stanley Cup. Okay, let's get right into it. This is what their forwards is looking like now. First line could be Oliver Bjorkstrand, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and they need a top 6 winger that could score. The second line, Nyquist, Max Domi, and Cam Atkinson. That's a good second line. They don't need to change anything. Third line, Kevin Stanlund, Miku Koivu, and Alex Texier. I think they need to get Stanlund out of the lineup. They need to play him in the AHL. They need to get a top 9 winger too. On the fourth line, Riley Nash, Boone Jenner, and Liam Foodie. I think that's a great fourth line. At defense, they have an amazing top pair. Seth Jones, Zach Werenski. They're both in my top 10 defenseman ranking. You should go watch that. And the second pair, David Savard, and they again need another good top 4 defensemen that can fit in there and play well. And the third pair, Dan Kukin and Vladislav Gavrikov. Okay, goaltending. I think they should go with Elvis Merzlikins and Matis Kilvineks, the both Latvian goalies. Elvis would be the starter and Kilvineks would be the backup. And I think that would be a good tandem. And their prospect pool isn't that big. They have Gabe Carlson, Andrew Peak, Daniel Tarasov, and that's basically it. Like Liam Foodie's playing, Kevin Stanlund's playing. They're not really prospects anymore. And they need more prospects for the future, because if they will be now a contender, they want to be a contender in 5 years too. Okay, next one, their needs. They need a top 6 forward, a sniper that could play with Pierre-Luc Dubois and Oliver Bjorkstrand. I think the best options would be Mike Hoffman or Evgeny Dadonov, both from Florida, very good snipers. Mike Hoffman has one of the best releases in the NHL, and Dadonov is always in the place where he has to be to score. But for the third line winger, I think they should go with Corey Perry, Alex Galchenyuk, or Anthony Duclair. They all could score. They are great players. Corey Perry is getting older, but those guys would be a bit more expensive. And Columbus needs a top 4 defenseman, as I already said, to play with David Savard. And there's not that much in free agency left. Torrey Krug is gone. Alex Petrangelo's gone. And but there's still Sami Vatanen, Travis Hamonic, and they could go after Madison Bowie, but that's the worst case scenario out of these 3. I think they should bring in Mike Hoffman, Anthony Duclair, or Corey Perry, and Sami Vatanen if they have the cap space, but probably Mike Hoffman, Corey Perry, and Travis Hamonic would be the best option. But Sammy Vatanen's the best player overall, in my opinion. Okay, the trading assets that Columbus already has that they can trade away. I think one of them is Nick Foligno. Columbus's captain, Nick Foligno, he's getting old. He's not that fast, but he still is a pretty good bottom six player. And I think they should trade him away now, because now he still has some value, but soon he won't. I think they should go after prospects, and I think a trade that could happen for Nick Foligno would be Nick Foligno for Victor Mete and the third rounder. That wouldn't be a bad pickup, and yeah. But I think Nick Foligno doesn't have that much value now. It could be Foligno for Mete, or even Foligno for a second or third. But the other one is Jonas Korpisalo. You thought, where was Korpisalo? Why is Kilvenex in there? I think they don't need him now, because they have Merzlikins. He had 5 Vezina votes. He finished 5th in Vezina voting, and I think he's a better goalie. Not much, but he's still, I think, a little better. And yeah, and Korpisalo now has a lot of value, and he will have less value if he doesn't have a great season next year. And I think they should trade him for prospects again. I think they could get Nolan Foote, Jesper Boquist, and the 3rd round pick or a 2nd round pick. They could go after 1st round picks, but then they don't get prospects like Nolan Foote and Jesper Boquist, and they are already good players, but you never know what happens with the 1st round pick. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn the notifications on, and say what you want to see next in the comments. Okay, bye.